It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Pats and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And he's still been looking for that one situation to allow all of his talents to come together. He's hoping that he found it here. Plenty of playmakers on the outside and a team that's willing to run the football to let his talent shine.
Back to throw, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Darnold now to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off of play action, Darnold. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. To throw is Darnold. That is caught inside the 5. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jahan Dotson from a yard out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide, and I think it's all and now can see it really hard it more eat up the front. And now will go out down just that's second for taken down at 22 to the net.
Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Purdy now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Jacobs. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Yes. Josh Jacobs. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Patriots are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. At it, he kicks 25. Single here. They will be in. Now is now Darnold. He'll get this into the hands of from Texas. Leave him with a 3rd yards there. (7-7) our score after 1. For this now action caught by get
as a defense, your eyes develop in front of them and
on the return. So back on the drive. Last time out, able to they can make it. Looking to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes. The moment of he did not get a throw. Back one more. Purdy. Yeah, you touch a shot on his.
It's a roof. It's ready. Charles Affair was
only during it happening.
That's good for him.
Can turn it loose on that one really well.
Well, play there, Farts.
For them, no, it's an NFL. Anybody you down?
To shout at the air.
Up from flyer on a guy. Big move.
And it's Barkley. Now after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here's Purdy. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Throwing here, Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
.46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked.
Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Escaping the play, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Back to throw, Darnold. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Darnold now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
A solid stiff arm. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Baron Browning, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Marcus Epps in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case,
looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now Purdy. And complete to Smith-Njigba. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Out to the right here to Wilson. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. J.C. Jackson normally in coverage, this time coming up and making a stop behind the line of scrimmage. Purdy. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Purdy. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because
puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
From the 4, it's second and a couple. Jet sweep here, Smith-Njigba. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 4 yards out. And the Patriots take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. Purdy will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. To throw is Darnold. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Darnold. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
New England trying to get to place on offense. Purdy now to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Back to throw, Purdy. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Caught by Wilson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's into the hands of Worthy. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now it's Darnold. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation,
That's true.
right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Pats at the line ready to go. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Purdy looking to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down pull.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. This for preseason.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to get this to the 31.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Pats have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So the decision is they'll go again for 2, but this will be from the 12. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Off of play action, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Baron Browning in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Shifts by him. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England's offense set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. The slot man in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. shotgun now with Purdy. Caught. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Purdy. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. He will push his way down to about the 14.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing, Purdy. And caught by Cooper for a Patriots touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 5. A minute 17 remains. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. That's caught by Pitts. And he goes out right around the 39. 2nd and 6 coming up. Barkley inside handoff. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 1st and goal. Darnold to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Purdy with one final shot here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bengals, they can breathe a sigh of relief.